Okay, good afternoon. Welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, to the 2016 Comcast Leaders and Achievers Scholarship Celebration. I'm Lisa Birmingham. I'm the Regional Vice President of External and Government Affairs for Comcast. We are thrilled to salute the accomplishments of Pennsylvania's best and brightest students this afternoon, and I really appreciate the parents and caregivers for bringing their kids to this celebration. It's really an important time in their lives, and I think for all of the students who are receiving scholarships today, I would just ask that perhaps we take a moment to applaud your parents and family members who didn't only bring you here today, but got you this far in your life. So parents, caregivers. It really is a special time, and at Comcast, this is one of the highlights for us each year as we get to celebrate those who impact our communities, our children, and our future leaders. This is the 16th year that Comcast has honored the Keystone State's future leaders, and including this year's class of 2016, we have recognized leadership, mentorship, and community service of more than 2,500 Pennsylvania students in the last 16 years, and providing college assistance to the tune of more than $2.5 million just to students from the Commonwealth. So it's been a real tradition and a great honor to support your college education. We're fortunate today to have some special guests with us for today's ceremony, including Harrisburg Mayor Eric Poppenfuss, WGAL-TV anchor Lori Burkholder, who will be speaking to you, Vice President of Community Investment for Comcast Corporation, Sharice Lilly, and Senior Vice President of Government Affairs for Comcast Northeast Division, Dave Breidinger. And Dave is on his en route, as we say. So we are in a remarkable venue today, the State Museum of Pennsylvania. It's a unique storehouse of Pennsylvania history and lore, and we're fortunate to be able to host you today in this one-of-a-kind location. And I did just want to take a moment to thank the museum and its staff for the tremendous support that we've received in organizing this event. And I also, on a point of privilege, want to thank my team and the Freedom team, the Comcast team, who greeted you, who helped get things organized. You guys have done a terrific job, and you have come from all over the state, not just from Pittsburgh and Philadelphia and Harrisburg, but from afar, like State College and Greensburg, et cetera. So thank you very much. So, in Pennsylvania's capital city, much of the attention is focused on what happens under the Golden Dome. But today, with our next speaker, I hope that you will focus on the importance of contributing to your local community. We have with us the mayor of Harrisburg, and cities and neighborhoods and boroughs all require leadership and commitment, and that's what our next speaker is all about. He is known for his hard work, leadership, and determination, as well as his unique commitment for just getting the job done. He also knows that effective leadership is not a top-down effort. In cities that have fiscal and social challenges, it's vital to work from the ground up. Our speaker's use of his leadership to nurture the spirit of involvement helps to build families and build futures for our children. So, Mayor Poppenfuss, would you like to come up and say a few words? Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for that kind introduction. Welcome to all of you. Welcome to Harrisburg. I hope you'll get a chance to maybe walk down State Street, take in the Capitol, check out the river and our beautiful park system while you're here. It's an honor to host you. I want to salute everyone, all of the young people and their families that are being honored here today, and to say, as a former teacher and a entrepreneur, and also the father of 3 young achievers who I hope will someday be leaders, I wanted to prepare some inspirational remarks for you. So I have something a little special that I put together. So But I want to start by once again commending Comcast for this particular Leaders and Achievers program. It is vitally important that we encourage our youth and we prepare them to take the reins of leadership in our community. And I know that someone in this room will become an inspirational teacher to mentor young minds. Someone in this room will become a brilliant scientist to find a cure for cancer, or even a visionary mayor or a governor, or how about the president? Every one of you here today is capable of great things. You are here because someone has seen a spark of greatness in you. Maybe it was a parent, maybe it was a teacher, and they want to encourage that spark. And I want to encourage the greatness that lies within each of you and challenge you to set high goals. And the only way you will achieve the greatness within you is to tackle those things that seem hard, or sometimes that seem even impossible. Someone once said that people aren't laughing at you. If people aren't laughing at your dreams, then they aren't big enough. And some people laughed when President John F. Kennedy said that the United States would one day put a man on the moon. And some people laughed when Martin Luther King said that he had a dream of seeing little black boys and girls joining hands with little white boys and girls as sisters and as brothers. And some people even laughed as recently as when Barack Obama said he would become the first African-American president of the United States of America. History is literally filled with stories of people who did great things even as they were being ridiculed and doubted. Great people, like you in this room, dare to dream big and do what others may say is impossible. So today we challenge you to dream to do the impossible, to make people laugh when you tell them of your dreams. You're not just going to become a lawyer. You're going to become a Supreme Court justice or an attorney general of Pennsylvania or even of the United States. You're not just going to become a college professor. You're going to become president of Penn State or of Harvard or of Yale. That's where I graduated many years ago. And you're not just going to own a business. You're going to become more successful than even Steve Jobs or Bill Gates, and you'll give away twice as much money as both of them combined. Go ahead, laugh, but someone in this room has or should have dreams that are that big. And someone in this room could and should live out those dreams. So my question to you, leaders and achievers, are you the one? Are you the one who will dream big and who will live out those big dreams? Will you be the one to win the Nobel Prize, to discover a cure for cancer, or to walk on Mars? Will you be a greater playwright than William Shakespeare, or an artist than Michelangelo, or a greater rock star than Prince? Remember, things some people thought were impossible really happen and happen every day. And I'd like to leave you with the words of a poem, one of my favorites, that may help inspire you to turn the spark of greatness that we see inside each of you into a flaming torch of creativity and of brilliance. This poem was written by a man named Edgar Guest, and it's called Somebody Said It Couldn't Be Done. And it goes like this. Somebody said that it couldn't be done, but he with a chuckle replied that maybe it couldn't, but he would be the one who wouldn't say so till he tried. So he buckled right in with a trace of a grin on his face. If he worried, he hit it. He started to sing as he tackled the thing that couldn't be done, and he did it. Somebody scoffed, "Oh, you'll never do that. At least no one ever has done it." But he took off his coat, and he took off his hat, and the first thing we knew, he'd begun it. With a lift of his chin and a bit of a grin, without any doubting or quit it, he started to sing as he tackled the thing that couldn't be done, and he did it. There are thousands to tell you it cannot be done. There are thousands to prophesy failure. There are thousands to point out to you, one by one, the dangers that wait to assail you. But just buckle in with a bit of a grin. Just take off your coat and go to it. Just start in to sing as you tackle the thing that cannot be done, and you will do it. I have no doubt that you can do what you set your mind to, as long as you don't give in to the naysayers, believe in the doubters, be defeated by your own fears. Reaching your unreachable dreams will take hard work, it will take perseverance, and the understanding that failure is an inevitable step along that pathway to success. Everyone fails at something, but those who ultimately succeed, who do what cannot be done, and who have the last laugh, learn from their failures, grow stronger with every setback, and refuse to be defeated. Those are the leaders and achievers. That is the fighting spirit we wish for the winners of the 2016 Comcast Awards. And as mayor of the great city of Harrisburg, I join your parents and friends in congratulating you on your accomplishments thus far and challenge you to dream as big as your imaginations will allow. Thank you again for inviting me here to address you at the 2016 Comcast Leaders and Achievers Awards.
Thank you very much, Mayor Papenfuss. Our keynote speaker is a familiar face in central Pennsylvania, having served at WGAL-TV for 27 years. Lori Burkholder is currently the co-anchor of News 8 Today every weekday morning from 4:30 a.m. to 7 a.m. So if that doesn't show commitment, I don't know what does. Lori has won several Emmys and AP awards and reports on a variety of issues. She's interviewed elected officials, nationally, locally, as well as celebrities. Her favorite stories are the ones that happen in our communities and impact people's daily lives. And we couldn't think of someone more appropriate to share her thoughts on leadership and your futures than Lori. She grew up in Dauphin County and graduated from Millersville University with a journalism degree. Please help me welcome Lori Burkholder. Lori?
Hey, and before I get any further into my prepared speech, it's this long, it's not very long, so don't worry. I have my camera because I would like to take some selfies with you guys so I can put on my social media page. It's something we have to do as journalists now, but I'll put you on my page so all my people can see you and my station can see you as well. First of all, it's an honor to be among all of you. I'm a little humbled by all of you guys for all that you've done. So. Congratulations, by the way, to the graduates of 2016. I'm sure you're counting down the hours, seconds of when you're going to be walking down that aisle and getting your diploma. Don't be so quick, though. It happens so fast. I mean, you're probably sitting there saying, no, we're ready to graduate. But I can tell you, your parents that are here, to them, this is a blink of an eye. They probably remember when they sent you off to kindergarten, and now you're graduating from high school. So it just goes by so fast, and trust me, when you get my age, you're going to try to figure out how you can slow that time down, but you can't. But we want to pause and honor you this afternoon and congratulate you for all your hard work. And it's not just about your academic work that we're congratulating you on. It's what I think is the most important thing. It's your leadership and your commitment to your community. You know, it's the common denominator. I've met a lot of successful people in life, and success, you can define that however you want. To me, success is, it's not about the money or the fame. To me, success is about someone's personal happiness, because if you have that, you've got everything, and all that other stuff will come. You know, they always say it comes back tenfold, and I've seen it happen time and time again. So they're all people that care about their communities and they give back. So I think that's my main message to you. Don't stop doing that. I know you've already done so much in your communities, and I encourage you to keep on doing that. And I think it's appropriate that we're here, right, in the State Museum. How many of you have been here before? Show of hands. All right, so you know what this place is all about. It's an amazing place, full of stories. There's leaders, achievers here. There are people that fought for causes. They battled for things. They believed in things. And I think it's a perfect backdrop for us to be honoring you and all your accomplishments. And a big thank you to Comcast, by the way, for not only believing in you, but also investing in your future. They don't have to do this, and they give out so much money to help you get that jump start in your education. I understand someone just found out maybe that they're going to be a $10,000 recipient. So that's always exciting. So we're going to announce that name a little bit later. But, and thanks to your schools too, because your principals, your counselors, teachers, they know you probably a little bit better outside your families, what you're capable of, and they picked you because you're the example of what's right with your generation. You know, in the news, we hear all the doom and gloom, but I get to tell the good stories. I get to tell stories like yours. So thank you, parents, for letting us aware of your kids, and thank you for the schools for nominating you for this Comcast scholarship that you're receiving today. But round of hands, how many of you are going to be going to schools in Pennsylvania, for my graduates out there? That's a lot of you. That's great. And how many of you, this is a loaded question, but how many of you hope to work in Pennsylvania once you graduate from whatever college institute that you're going to? Raise of hands. So a fair number of you. We hope you come back. I'm going to tell you the jobs will be here. Of course, you're going to go and grow and do whatever you need to do, but if you want to come back and raise your family and have the babies here close to mom and dad, I know they'd appreciate that. But Pennsylvania has so much to offer, and we love people like you to come back. You're smart. That's why you're here. You know what it takes to make a difference in your community, and you're the kind of people we need in Pennsylvania to make this an even better place to live. So a little bit about me. You heard Lisa mention I grew up in Dauphin County, not too far from here, went to a public school, loved my experience, and that enabled me to go to Millersville. Thought I was going to be a teacher, ended up in journalism, so still in a way I'm teaching. But it was neat to be able to grow up here, go to school here, and work here because I can pronounce just about any name you throw my way of street names, community names, people's names. And I work in a newsroom where a lot of us are from the Susquehanna Valley. So I can tell you when a week goes, there's not a week that goes by that a story doesn't come into our newsroom, like the big story of the week. And either we know the people involved, we're connected to the people, we know who to go to get the story. So it's such a neat thing to be a part of. And it would only happen because we're all from this area and know this area so well. And I love my experience at the station. It's a pretty cool gig, I have to say. And it enables me to tell stories like yours because you give back to your community. I see what that's all about, and I see how it affects people, and I see how it affects the people that give. I mean, I'll give you a perfect example. This morning, I did a story on second graders. They go to Brecht Elementary, it's in Lancaster County, and their teacher taught them this lesson about this little girl named Jamaica who took her grandma's Subway stories and turned her Subway into this beautiful collage for her community. So it made it a pretty place and not an ugly place. So the kids, this little girl named Ella, she raised her hand and she said, "Mr. A, can we do something like that?" And her teacher didn't just say yes, he engaged the kids. He threw out the lesson plans, and this is a great teacher for you. And he said, "All right, what do you want to do?" And so these kids came up with ideas. They went home to their parents and talked about it, and their parents helped them out. They put up a GoFundMe page. They made their mission statement. They sent letters to their community. These kids raised money. They picked pediatric cancer so that kids wouldn't be turned away for treatment. And they were hoping to raise $2,000. Well, they're now at least $3,000. Hopefully because we did the story this morning, that's going to go up even more. And they have, like, the coach of the 76ers wrote a letter to them and sent them all sorts of things for games. So they're going to be auctioning all that off. And, you know, to me, it's not so much the dollar amount that was raised for these kids, but these kids were so excited that someone believed in them and gave to them and helped funnel their cause. And I just hope it lit that little fire within them so that they're going to be like you guys, you graduates of 2016. They're going to be the ones now giving back to their community. So someday they're going to be sitting in your seat, maybe getting these scholarships and doing amazing things in their community. So it goes a long way. And when I'm talking to some of you, I was talking to you guys here from Philly, you know, talking about how you contribute to the Y and you do a lot of things for your community. It's wonderful to hear. And it reminds me of this young man I met. He was going to graduate Lampeter Strasburg High School. He never thought, name was Caleb Walker, never thought he was going to graduate. And I met him, neat guy. He overcame brain cancer, got his diploma, and it didn't stop him from doing something bigger. And his mom said to me, I'll never forget what she said. I said, what was Caleb like when he got the diagnosis? And she says, you know what he said? He said, when boys get hurt, they cry. When men get hurt, they say, all right, God, what do you want me to do with this? And so he decided to do something, and he created this nonprofit organization called A Week Away. It literally sends people a week away on a vacation, all expenses paid, because he remembered how important that was for him to get away to the beach for a week with his friends and just forget being sick for a week. And he loved that idea, so he wanted to make sure that people experience that. And so this organization lives on. It's run by an amazing board, and they've been sending families away. Unfortunately, Caleb lost his life a year and a half ago. He was 23 years old when he died. But the neat thing about Caleb is that he left behind a legacy, and it's sort of cool to see for his family and his friends and the people that love him the most, that he is still giving to his community, even though he's not here to see it. So that's the power of what you guys do. And whether or not you realize you touch people, you may never know. But somewhere, someday, you're going to touch a person, and they're going to learn from you, and they're going to take that to the next level. So just know that you're a positive influence. And that's my task to you, to be a positive influence in someone's life, because you're already positive people. We know you're smart. We know you're leaders, and we know you're going to achieve big things. So as you chart your next course, know that we do expect big things from you. No pressure. You're already able to handle all of that. You've shown us that. And you know, you always hear that phrase, high school, best years of your life, right? You probably have heard that a million times. Well, I'm here to tell you that is not true. No, it's not. The best years are yet to come. So congratulations to the class of 2016. It's an honor to be part of a special day for you with you and your families, and congratulations on these scholarships you're about to receive.
Lori, thank you very much for your inspiring words. In addition to our speakers here today, I also wanted to thank our elected leaders who stopped by. Many of you were greeted, hopefully by your representative or state senator who took time out of their legislative day to come over and greet you, because they, like the rest of us, recognize how important you are to your community's future. Representative Eric Nelson, I know from Westmoreland County, and Nick Troutman, who's representing Senator Jean Yaw from Lycoming County. I don't know if they're still here, but they were here before. Yes, thank you very much for being here. It's really, talk about a commitment to your community. Our legislative leaders are really putting a great deal of personal effort into making their communities better. So it is now my honor to present to you Sharice Lilly. Sharice is a fellow and vice president of community investment of the Comcast Corporation and vice president of the Comcast Foundation. She joined Comcast in 2005 as vice president of human resources. And prior to that, she was partner in the law firm of Ballard, Spahr, Andrews, and Ingersoll in Philadelphia. Before joining the firm, Sharice's legal experience included positions in the U.S. Department of Justice, the Civil Rights Division, Assistant United States Attorney for the Eastern District of Pennsylvania, and City Solicitor for the City of Philadelphia. Even prior, that was a full career before joining Comcast. I'm exhausted. In addition, Sharice has been a member of many civic commissions. She's a member of the Board of Trustees of Howard University, the NBC Universal Foundation, and the Franklin Institute. She's a Houston native, and she has some Pennsylvania connections. I learned today that her mother was an amazing drama and theater professor at Pitt and CMU for a few decades, so has some Pennsylvania roots. She picked up her law degree from Temple Law School and her LLM from Yale Law School. And just on a point of pride, another one, for me, Sharice has been a role model. I've been with Comcast for 13 years, and she's been there for all 13 of them, and she's just been a tremendous inspiration to all leaders, not just the women leaders at Comcast. So please welcome Sharice Lilly. Thank you.
Thank you. I am so glad to be here. And the only other thing I have to do, because you all are getting ready to go to undergraduate school, I have to tell you, I am a graduate of Wesleyan University in Middletown, Connecticut. So, in addition to Temple and Yale. So wonderful to be back here in Harrisburg. I have been to this museum and to this ceremony many times. It is wonderful, a pleasure and honor to recognize all of you outstanding scholars, and also as a parent to honor you amazing parents who have gotten these young people where they are. Yes. So the Comcast Leaders and Achievers Scholarship Program is one of our signature community investment initiatives, and it aligns with two of our core focus areas, promoting community service and building tomorrow's leaders. And I just have to echo what the mayor said. We know from looking at your resumes and the work that you all are doing in the community that you all are future leaders of America, and we hope also of Pennsylvania. So the Comcast Leaders and Achievers awards $1,000 scholarships to high school seniors who have demonstrated leadership skills, academic achievement, and a very strong commitment to community service. You all have participated in such worthwhile endeavors, ranging from mentoring younger students and volunteering in schools and churches and hospitals, organizing food drives. We commend you. We really, really commend you for all that you have done and even more. We are very proud that since the 2001-2002 school year, Comcast has awarded $25 million in scholarships to nearly 25,000 students. And this program also aims to serve a diverse population of students, and about 52% of our current scholarship recipients are from diverse backgrounds. This year in Pennsylvania, we are recognizing 180 young people from across the Commonwealth with the Leaders and Achievers scholarships, and we are awarding a total of $190,000 in awards. In addition to the 1,000 grants, we also are going to be sending 5 of you home with new laptop computers to take to college. Later in the program, we're also going to turn one of your $1,000 scholarships into a $10,000 Comcast Founder Scholarship in honor of our company founder, Ralph Roberts. And I will be back to tell you more about that shortly. Welcome and congratulations.
Thank you, Sharice. Our next speaker is Senior Vice President of Government and Regulatory Affairs for Comcast Northeast Division, Dave Breininger. Dave oversees state and federal issues from Maine to North Carolina, from Massachusetts to Ohio and West Virginia. During his 36-year career with Comcast, Dave has worked closely with senators and congressional delegations, as well as state legislators and gubernatorial offices. He has played an integral part in the company's acquisitions, including AT&T and NBC Universal. He joined Comcast in November of 1980, and prior to taking on a division management role in 1994, he served as vice president and general manager of the Comcast Cable Company in Harford County, Maryland, and Trenton, New Jersey. Welcome, Dave.
It is such a pleasure to be here today, and I've been to many of these events, as you can imagine, over 36 years with the company. I've participated in many of these, and many of them in this very room, and it really is a pleasure to be here. The first, I'll never forget, the first Comcast Leaders and Achievers event we did here in Harrisburg some years ago, we finished up and then went on to have a light dinner, which you will do tonight. And as I was sitting there at dinner, there were photographs of people around the room, and it was talking about influential individuals from Pennsylvania. And whose picture do I see but Sharice Lilly's picture on the wall? And so I knew that we were in the presence of greatness at the time, and thank you, Sharice, for joining us here. It is really a wonderful day today, and I want to congratulate you on winning the Comcast Leaders and Achievers Scholarship Award. We created this event to honor you and to celebrate your accomplishments. We hope that you and your guests who are with you find this to be a memorable afternoon. One of the reasons I love working for Comcast for so many years is our incredible commitment to the communities in which we live and in which we work. We focus that commitment in a number of areas, including enhancing digital literacy, developing the next generation of leaders, and encouraging community service. We believe that community service is a critical element of leadership. Through the Leaders and Achievers Scholarship Program, we recognize graduating seniors who excel in the classroom, but also who give back to their local communities. After all, today's teenagers volunteering in their communities could include tomorrow's corporate CEOs, a 4-star general, or the President of the United States. And we want to help you to get there. A number of years ago, I remember going to Washington, D.C. and meeting with a very influential congressman and with his chief of staff. And after we left the meeting, the chief of staff turned to me and said, "Do you know that I'm a Comcast Leaders and Achievers Scholarship winner?" And I said, "I did not know that." And he said, "Yes, I received one of your Leaders and Achievers scholarships." And that particular congressman and his chief of staff today are probably the most important member of Congress and chief of staff in the U.S. House because they oversee our business each and every day. So it's great to know that we have influenced Jeff and his ability to be a leader in Washington. Comcast realizes that strong students and strong leaders are an essential part of Pennsylvania's future, and it is a privilege to honor you today. And we look forward to watching you accomplish even more in college and beyond. We are also honored today to have another group of very special individuals here with us. They have made many sacrifices over the last 18 years, driving endless miles to practices, lessons, early morning SAT prep classes, spending countless hours cheering you on at games and recitals and competitions. This event is also a celebration of everything that they have contributed to get all of you to where you are. I'm asking all of the students to join me and rise, and to thank your parents and guardians and those who got you to this point today. Please join me in a rounding applause for their parents. Without the influence of these parents and guardians in our lives, we do not become the men and women, the successful men and women that we become in our future lives. So thank you and congratulations to the parents, particularly today. And to all of you, congratulations on being a Comcast Leaders and Achiever Award winner. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dave. Okay, it's time, finally. All right. Now we will announce the recipients by county, and if any of the individual legislators are present, they are more than welcome to come up. We're going to do a photo by the stage with your county group after I finish calling all the names. Okay, so, all right, big county. Here we go. Adams County, Elizabeth Peters. And then that's Adams County. So, thank you. Thank you. Okay, we have a few more from Allegheny County. David Kraus, and if you would hold your applause until we get the full group up, that would be terrific. Thank you. David Kraus, Alexandra Ferry, Jacob Garwood, Samantha Mack, Remy McIntyre, is Jessia Miles here? Jessia? Kelly Shar. Molly Taylor. And Aaliyah Tinsley. Allegheny County. Oh, wait. Great group. Thank you. And now from Beaver County, Christina Celeste. And Christina is our Beaver County contingency, so thank you, Christina. From Berks County, Madison Heckman and Tristan Morales. And that's Berks County. From Bucks County, El Rashid El Najib, Isha Gujar, Callie Goodman, Kimberly Martin, and Emily Remet. Bucks County. Oh, sorry. Thank you. Representing Center County, Kayla Yuri. Are you going, where are you going, Kayla? Congratulations, Center County. From Chester County, Margaret Imms and Jared Lawler. Chester County. From Cumberland County, Charlotte Cooler, thank you, and Hannah Lombardo. Cumberland County. We have several representatives from Dauphin County, Victor Contreras, Emma Hutchman, Jacob Mullen, Andrew Norris. Sarah O. Leah Slemmer. And Jamie Wilson. Dauphin County. Thank you. From Delaware County, Lauren Buells, Annalise Melvin, and Robin Truitt. Delaware County. Representing Franklin County, Alyssa Taylor. Franklin County. From Indiana County, Jonah Jankovic and Cassidy Richards. Indiana County. From Lackawanna County, Catherine Bound. Lackawanna. From Lancaster County, Kelsey Bestian, Brittany Brown, Allison Schaefer, and Mary Elizabeth Wentling. Lancaster County. From Lebanon County, Elizabeth Holzman and Gregory Morrison. Lebanon County. From Lycoming County, Tatiana Chechela and Cameron Good. Lycoming County. From Philadelphia County, hold your applause, please. Fakira Awada, Sherwin Barrett, Mikhail Crawford, Widshard Faustin, Laura Haskin, Elisa McCann, Mystique Minerva, Alexia Part? And while we're waiting for Alexia to come down, please, my apologies if I've mispronounced your name. I'm trying my hardest. Rafael Rodriguez, Shanna Ross, Tyler Shepard, Janet Tia, Mitchell Valentin, Katie Vieira, and Ava Washington. Just step forward. In case you hadn't noticed, Philadelphia County. Not to be outdone, Page Fellows from Schuylkill County. Schuylkill County. From Washington County, Toby Cullings and Adam Hykro. Washington County. From Westmoreland County, Casey Carter and Hallie McGrew. Westmoreland County. From York County, Emily Ham, Kyle Horn, Emily Landis, Kaylee Rensel, Samantha Thomason, and Victoria Warner. York County. All right, how about a final round of applause for all of our Leaders and Achievers winners? I can tell you, both Dave and Sharice mentioned that this is one of the highlights of their Comcast careers, is being able to meet the youth that earn these scholarships, because we really feel like we're giving back to our community and to people who are going to have an impact. From what Lori said and Mayor Papenfuss said, you guys really, all of you are going to be giving back, and I'm sure several of you are going to be doing great things. But thank you so far for what you've done already. So as we've said, in addition to the scholarships awarded today, we have 5 students who are here who will also leave with a new Asus laptop to bring with them to college. We're going to pick 5 names randomly as soon as I see the fishbowl. 5 names from the students that are here today. We'll call your name. Please come up and then remain on stage for yet another photo. Oh, there it is. All right, our esteemed leaders, Dave and Sharice, will be drawing the names.
Kayla Yuri.
Kayla Yuri. Stay right there.
Hannah Lombardo.
Hannah. Oh, 2 Penn Staters, all right.
Mitch Mitchell Valentin.
Another Penn State.
Penn State too?
Yes.
Okay. All right, we're taking this away from you.
Mystique Minerva.
Mystique, where are you going to school?
All right.
Rafael Rodriguez.
Raphael, where are you going to school?
Harrisburg College.
Haverford, nice. Oh, thank you. This is- Congratulations. Sharice, would you do the honors of presenting the Comcast Founder Scholarship, please?
So today, we got a little excitement for you. We're going to turn one of these $1,000 scholarships into a $10,000 Comcast Founder Scholarship instituted in honor of Ralph J. Roberts, founder and chairman emeritus of Comcast Corporation. Ralph Roberts founded Comcast Corporation with the purchase of a 1,200 subscriber cable television system in Tupelo, Mississippi in 1963. From Comcast's humble roots, Mr. Roberts went on to create a company that today is the nation's largest video, high-speed internet, and phone provider to residential customers under the Xfinity brand. In 2015, we lost Ralph. He passed away at the age of 95. However, his business, entrepreneurial, and humanitarian endeavors provide a lasting legacy and brought him many awards and honorary degrees. And like the accomplishments of the student scholars we honor here today, they are far too numerous for me to mention. But I will tell you that since our founding in 1963, Ralph Roberts insisted that Comcast be a local company. Our connection to the communities we serve has always been a huge priority for us. Ralph urged us to work hard to build and strengthen relationships with our community partners, to make a difference, to improve neighborhoods, and to create lasting results. And we know that, like Ralph, all of you are going to make a huge difference as well. So in honor of our founder, Ralph Roberts, we are happy to award a $10,000 Comcast Founder Scholarship to Mary Elizabeth Wentling from Landisville, Pennsylvania. And Mary Elizabeth is graduating from Hempfield High School. She plans to major in business and Spanish at the University of Alabama in the fall. And we were very impressed with Mary Elizabeth's volunteer activities, particularly with special needs and mental health organizations. Congratulations. And Mary Elizabeth, would you please invite your parents up to the stage?
Thank you all very much. On behalf of Comcast, we really appreciate you coming to Harrisburg from afar, from perhaps just down the street, to celebrate these very special students and their accomplishments. We wish you the best success in whatever field that you choose. We're excited for you to pursue your college career, and we appreciate all that your parents have done for you. And we are grateful that you are going to be a part of our communities going forward. So thank you very much. A buffet will be served upstairs in Memorial Hall in Village Square, and we hope you will join us. I want to thank, before I close, I want to thank Lori Burkholder, Sharice Lilly, and Dave Breininger for joining us. Thank you very much.